No matter what, in our research lab right now, as I'm researching things,
Yeah.
well, I'm finding that it's been a pretty good 2023, Dave.
Yeah. Why would you say, what is it about you that says 2023 has been pretty good since fuel has increased, the market has slowed, and interest rates are at an all-time 25 historical high?
You know what? For the normal person, they may be right there with you, Drive Safe Dave. But our audience, hey, we're talking about protecting life. We're talking about life. And Dave, no matter what happens in this day, no matter what happens to you, hey, I want you here, Dave. I want you safe. I want you right here next to me. I want you on my lap, just bouncing up and down on it, Drive Safe Dave. Dude. You're bouncing out of the screen.
I was trying to get there. So, Rick, hey, we got a lot going on. Hey, so we're going to get to that because I think something leads into that. We got one of those stories that lead into that. But before
hold on. Get out of that thing for a second, Dave. Can I tell you what's really got me excited for today?
Come
Dave,
on.
Tonight at BCB Live, right here in that studio, you're standing up right now. Hey, do me a favor, Caleb. Hey, go ahead and instead of just us looking at Dave, hey, show us that room. Give us a little pan of that room right now so we can see that. Dave, tonight, we have more than 100 trucking companies coming in to join us to learn a little bit about safety, to get more involved with safety, to learn what BCB Live is. And Dave, for us to be in front of them and talk about how this technology, how what we do, how what they do, can make a difference in saving lives, Dave.
Absolutely. So, Rick, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about creating a better way in the industry so that everyone gets home, everyone lives, everyone survives, everyone makes it to the next day. Because if we're going to do it here, we're going to do it right, we're going to do it safely, and we're going to do it the best way possible. And what's the best way possible, Sir Rick?
It's the safe way, Drive Safe, Dave.
Absolutely.
And Dave, I can't even raise my hands up in church, but as you were preaching that, my hands were up high, Drive Safe, Dave. I'm like, preach it, my brother. You got me right here in my heart.
Yeah, I'm excited today. I get to talk to a lot of people today, a lot of carriers, and I get to talk to a lot of people that need to understand how important they need to get BCB Live in their life because this can make a difference. This has the opportunity to change the industry forever because safety, without question, is the number one goal of everybody that does this business, and it has to be first. It has to be the number one topic, it has to be the number one way, and it has to be the number one choice you make every single day when you're doing it. And I'm excited.
Dave, and when you bring that up, when you bring up that word change, every time it does it to me. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. I'm gonna feel real good, Dave. I just feel it, man. You got me feeling the energy today. Drive Safe, Dave. I want to make a change. You want to make a change, and if you're out there on the road right now or watching this show as a dispatcher, as a driver, as a safety person, make a change. Make that decision to be different. Drive Safe, Dave.
Yeah, we've got a great opportunity here to meet with people. And by the way, Rick, the people that we're meeting with, they are the ability to make change, right? These are guys that we've got coming in here. These are decision makers. These are decision makers within the company, and we have the ability here today to find, and I don't care if it's 3, if it's 5, or if it's 50, we have an opportunity to make a difference today.
Dave, I want to do this today. If you see somebody out there today in this thing, a trucking company, an executive that's not making that safe decision, I want you to be the first one to cast a stone at them, Dave. Cast a stone and let's rid them of our industry.
And by the way, Sir Rick, there are many out there that don't need to be in this industry, right? There are many that don't need to because they put profits above safety. They put service above safety. Whatever it is that they're putting in front of safety, they're making the wrong decision. We've got to find a way to incorporate the ideology and the value system in their mental thinking so they understand how important it is. Because, and by the way, if you're a driver out there and you're not with a safe company, you need to be with one. right, Sir Rick? I mean, you need to make those choices. You need to make that within your heart. You need to go out there and you need to understand how important it is that this kind of stuff makes a difference in the lives of the people around you each and every day, and we've got to.
All the time. Hey, Drive Safe Dave, let's hop to, I know you got some big stories there. You know, we're not shutting down today, Drive Safe Dave.
Yeah, the shutdown was averted at the 9th hour, at the 11th hour in Washington. They got it passed through the House. And by the way, Sir Rick, just so you know, we get to do all this again within 45 days. This was only a stopgap measure.
Man. You know what? Just good to get together as a group of people and break bread and talk averting a shutdown, Dave.
Well, my question to you is, Sir Rick, we elect these guys to govern. This, to me, is not government. This is, to me, is not governing. And I think we've got to figure out a way in which to govern. And I don't care who it is or whatever it is they're doing, they've got to do that. All right, we're
Sheriff
going
Lamb.
Oh, and here we go. We got one other thing. Sheriff Lamb, listen to that. Hey, Nikola celebrates its entry into the HFCEV market, which is the hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle market. The reason I brought this up, Sir Rick, is I wanted to explain it. It was very interesting and how it works. So they both run on a electrical drive. Batteries run on an electrical drive, and so does the HVEC runs on an electrical drive. But they use a compressed gas that mixes with oxygen, and it produces water and heat and also an electrical current. And that's how these things work differently. They're a compressed gas in the tank.
Dave, how does that differ? And I'm going to go with you. You're the expert. How does that differ than, say, the blimp?
Well, the great thing about the blimp was that the main difference is, first of all, you're talking about the Hindenburg, right?
I'm sorry, the Hindenburg.
Not any blimp, but you were talking about the Zeppelin, the Hindenburg Zeppelin. But it was a hydrogen gas that was expanded so that it was lighter than air. Compressed gas inside of a canister is not heavy. It's heavier than air because it's compressed. It's condensed down into a liquid, and most liquids are lighter, are heavier than a gas. So
no chance of an explosion on this drive.
I did not say that, sir. I did not say that. I did not say that. Just like you have a gas tank that can mix with oxygen and catch fire, hydrogen can also mix with oxygen and be highly flammable as well.
The Hindenburg may not have been because of what they were doing. It could have been because of other reasons it blew up.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, Drive Safe, David.
Okay, it blew up because of the hydrogen gas mixing with oxygen caught fire and it exploded, and it was horrible. But yes, it was because hydrogen is flammable. Okay, and now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, here's something that I thought you would be near and dear to your heart, Sir Rick. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration released their findings that traffic fatalities are down in their first half of 2023 by 3%. What that means is we had a surge during COVID, and in the 5 quarters that immediately followed after that huge surge, it has steadily reduced fatalities over time. It seems that we are slowing down again. I know that there's more miles traveled and also less fatalities. What does that mean to you, Sir Rick? More miles traveled, but less fatalities.
Means that, a couple things, Dave. It could just mean there's a lot better safety technology out there in the four-wheelers, right? And in the big trucks that are keeping these accidents at not as severe as they were before. But, Dave, it could mean that maybe we really are going out there and changing some habits. Maybe that we're putting that cell phone down, even in the four-wheelers or in the trucks, that we're staying focused, Dave, on that road a little bit more, maybe. Is that what you're thinking, or help me out here? I mean, is it by accident? Is it just coincidence? Are we really doing things as people to make a difference?
I think it's a combination of all of the things that you mentioned, Rick. I do believe that it is the education programs, the television commercials, and the knowledge out there of how dangerous it is to be distracted in driving. And it also is out there about seatbelts. You still see commercials every day out there still trying to educate, still trying to inform the public, and still trying to make people aware. And I truly believe, Sir Rick, that the younger generation is more seatbelt savvy than the older generation.
I was going to say something about that, and I'll go through it another way, Dave. Do you think that 21-year-old today, 19, 20, 21-year-old, is using their cell phone less than a 30-plus-year-old person? while driving?
You know what? I don't know the answer to that. I do know that the 21-year-old person is probably wearing their seatbelt a lot more than the 30-plus or the 40-plus driver because they weren't around when it happened. But because they've grown up with it their whole lives, that seatbelt law, it's never changed for them. And I do believe those people are coming in and using their seatbelt more. And Rick, I truly believe we are increasing technology in these vehicles every single day. Every year that passes, the older vehicles get taken off of the road, and the newer vehicles with better technology, better safety measures get pushed in. And I'm hoping, Sir Rick, that it is also the people's minds and attitudes and are changing out there on the road as well.
David, do you think we're stopping at stop signs more than we have in the past?
You know what? I would like to think so, but each day I feel like we need to be reminded of how important it is to come to a complete stop at a stop sign. Most of us will stop at a red light, right, Sir Rick, at a traffic signal?
Absolutely. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, you're not going to run a red light at a traffic signal. Why would you run a stop sign? Why would you think it's okay to roll a stop sign? It's not okay. Come to a complete stop behind the stop sign. Look both ways. Yield before you enter into the intersection and only proceed when it is safe to do so. That is how important stop signs are. And watch out for people leaving stop signs area because sometimes they may just miss you. All right. All right, everybody. Hey, you know what? It is time to get going. And we hope that you have a great, wonderful, and safe day. Drive safe, Dave and Sir Rick. Signing off for you here on BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. Be careful, everybody, out there today, please.